much for joining us today. I'm excited to talk about this one because it's such a powerful supplement that we're not hiding it, black seed oil. And I think it's a lot more powerful and beneficial than it gets credit for. It has been around for a very long time.
Yeah,
It's like known as like an ancient remedy.
What's the saying for it?
Oh, everything but death? Is that what it is?
Cure for everything.
Cure
remedy,
for
remedy
everything.
for everything but death.
What? Say it again.
Remedy for everything but death.
The remedy for everything but death. I mean, that's crazy. That was something that was started years ago. And it's still, and just now we're starting to, or I guess the researchers are really digging deep into the why, the what, the why, the how is this amazing supplement working for us. So black seed oil, ancient remedy, modern science. That's our topic for today. And before we really get into it, please make sure you like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. It helps us, it helps you, and make sure that you get all of our Monday lives straight to you. And you also get to leave comments, give us feedback, and ask questions pertaining to the topic. We'll address them towards the end. Okay, so the biggest thing with black seed oil is inflammation, but we're going to really dive into inflammation, thymoquinone, and why quality and dose matter, because that's very important. Because you can't just go to any health food store or whoever sells black seed oil or anything advertisement online and just go ahead and say, oh, I'm going to get that. It's a great price. And it's free shipping or whatever. Black seed oil, they're all very different.
They are.
For very
quite a range I've seen.
Yes, yeah. And you do have to be careful because some can do more harm than good if the dosing is off and the standardization. I
always joke to say that at best case scenario for a lot of those junky products, you're going to waste your money.
Sure.
In the best case, right? The worst case, you could get hurt.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Best case, you can waste your money for sure.
Yeah.
Money and time. Okay, so black seed oil, what is it, right? It comes from the seeds of the Nigella sativa, a flowering plant with a very long history of traditional use. And like I said, traditional use is just part of the story because now with the modern use, the researchers are studying the compounds inside the black seed oil, which is what we're specifically talking about, thymoquinone. It could be abbreviated TQ. Okay, so we have it on here on the back of the bottle. It at STD 5% thymoquinone. Making sure that means standardized to 5%. So if you are looking at other black seed oils, you have to make sure you're reading, right? This matters. The standardization, the quality, and the dosing. So thymoquinone, what is it? Bioactive compound found in black seed oil, right? I mean, that's really the powerful part of it. And that's where, again, we're going to dig deep the most about it because that's important. That's the nitty gritty. So let's talk about how more and more research is coming out about its effect on inflammation, its effect on C-reactive protein, abbreviated CRP. You get this on basic blood work, right? It's pretty much on standard panels.
CRPs, yeah.
And it really is a marker of inflammation, right? Mm-hmm. It's produced primarily by the liver in response to inflammatory signaling. And researchers and doctors are finding that how black seed oil is really having a profound effect on dropping or lowering inflammation, lowering CRP. And I do get the question often, like my CRP is high, what do I do? And this is, I feel like this is something that is missing from people's, supplement regimen. You know, we talk a lot about factor 4, this is not a replacement. The combination actually is extremely powerful and both provide, lowering inflammation, but different benefits. What does black seed oil have to do with CRP? And that's where, again, research is getting exciting. Clinical research and meta-analysis of randomized trials have investigated Nigella sativa supplements and inflammatory markers, including CRP, with evidence suggesting reductions in CRP in most studied populations. I mean, that's a pretty big deal. And again, this has been used forever, but now because of our modern science and research ability, we're learning more and more why. You can't say like black seed oil treats inflammation. That's not how it is. But human research is suggesting that supplementation helps support the healthy inflammatory response, which is a big deal. So if I'm talking to you that you know your inflammation's high, you feel it, or you see it on blood work, or both, you have to make sure you're adding this into your daily routine. We'll talk about how to take and everything. And also antioxidant support, right?
Yes. Yeah. I was waiting for you to say that one.
Yeah, inflammation, oxidative stress are closely connected. So this really helps support our antioxidant level, and other areas that's been studied is immune function, metabolic health, blood sugar regulation, cardiovascular markers, cholesterol and triglycerides, and blood pressure. These are very common. I feel like these are the most common, if you want to say, health conditions that people are experiencing, and the fact that this really is being studied, that this is addressing them all and really providing benefit for them all. So such a great thing. So again, areas of research are more and more coming out about the benefits of this. One thing that I found interesting too, when I was doing my own personal research for this, was about digestion, nutrients, and absorption, and how black seed oil actually helps the absorption and your digestion of nutrients. So coming from your other supplements, just say like your ingredients in your multivitamin, your magnesium, your vitamin D, whatever it is, and also coming from food, that black seed oil actually helps your body absorb the nutrients. So not only is it a great combination, like with factor 4 for the inflammatory response, it's also a great combination with your your daily essentials pack, so to speak, to help absorb those nutrients.
Yeah, the oils.
Yeah, because
solubility.
Right, and just taking a supplement, right? You're not necessarily going to absorb it all, right? This is why we also talk about gut health to help the absorption. We just plug in there, our probiotic gut support, things like that. Also very important to help us absorb our nutrients properly. So just another amazing thing. It really helps you absorb all your supplements better. I mean, that's a really big deal. Again, it's due to the interesting research of the effects on digestion function and absorption and bioavailability of certain nutrients and compounds. It's another area of research that is continuing to be investigated for the whole body wellness of this one simple ingredient. I mean, so simple, but really amazing. Okay, so here's where I want to distinguish. Like I just told you, the benefits. I mean, I could go deeper and deeper, but like we said, the remedy for everything but death. I mean, so true. But not all black seed oils are created equal. And again, you need to be very careful. So let's talk about thymoquinone and the standardization and what you did, why you did, the 5%.
And you kind of said it, right? The thymoquinone is the active constituent, the most studied molecule of the black seed oil. And that's why you want to be sure of what you're getting. And that's what a standardization will do. It will make sure that you're receiving 5% of that constituent, which in this case is thymoquinone. 5% is 5 grams per 100 ml. So it is a standardized exact amount. So each soft gel, each batch, each lot number, you're getting a consistent delivery. So it's important, and anytime we can do organic, standardized, we're going to choose those because it's a superior quality. That's one way to look at it when you read the label. So identify that it's thymoquinone, identify that it's standardized, which 5% is actually on the high end. It's high. It doesn't go a whole lot higher, but you then want to look at the total weight. And so in ours will be 1,000 milligrams. So if you ever get confused or you're trying to compare products, we're more than happy to help you. But to this day, I still haven't seen someone out there that has matched exactly the quality, but then has put a price point like we have on it as well either. So I've seen a lot of brands where they've used just the whole plant or the whole part of the bush or tree, right, whatever. But to the point where you're not getting any you might get some thymoquinone, but you have no idea how much. Yeah. You kind of see that in the ashwagandha world too, and you see it with some other of these very expensive plant extracts where it's more for them just to put on the label that it's black seed oil, less about them making sure you're getting the actual a clinically effective dose of the proper ingredients. Yeah. So that has been an easy thing for us to help you guys understand. So when you're shopping and comparing, if you're looking for things, that's one thing to keep in mind. Probably the most important. So you don't waste your money.
Yeah, please. Yeah. Don't waste your money, don't waste your time, and don't cause more harm than good.
That's right.
And also about dosing, how to take.
Yeah.
You do need to split the dose. You need to because too much can actually cause harm on the digestive system, and you might feel it too if you're taking them both together.
If you ever puncture the soft gel and drink the oil or consume the oil, it's a pungent.
Yes.
It's a punch. We were originally going to do this as an oil.
Yes.
Right, and we liked it. Right, we tolerated it fine.
Yeah, it's just I feel like I tasted it all day.
All day, right? And so a lot of people like it because it's not just it's not just an oral thing. People love it for topical use, for skin, for hair, for whatever, whatever they're using. But ended up being better for us to put it in a soft gel. That way people, if they want to access it, they can puncture it, put it,
Yep. Yes, I'm glad you said that, because puncturing it, there's wonderful topical benefits, healing benefits with black seed oil. So it's a simple soft gel. Gosh, I remember, I don't know if this one's open, not open. I remember when I was young, and I remember I had stitches for something, and it was like the same thing with vitamin E. You would puncture it and put a little bit on it, even better than vitamin E, but just a little teeny needle, sterilized needle, and then you put it on areas of wound healing, inflammation, not open wounds. But always, if you're doing it, when you're doing anything topically, test a small area.
Yeah, of course.
Our skin is all very different, react differently, just like any part of our body. But your skin can be more sensitive than others, and certain areas can be more sensitive to others. So just a little spot treat first to make sure it's good. And you can take with food. It helps the digestion. It helps prevent GI upset. But if you have a solid stomach and you don't feel any negative symptoms associated with it, then go for it. I remember I was actually getting questions about this, and there has been circulating stuff on the social media about just taking black seed oil for parasites. And now, while it has great benefits for it, it's not per se any type of a treatment for getting rid of parasites. It's a great combination. Like I would say, pair it with our parasite cleanse, but it's not going to do what a parasite cleanse would do by any means. So you have to be careful where this information is coming from, and I guess overpromising things. Again, my favorite combination when you're talking about inflammation: black seed oil with factor 4. But again, it's not just that. We talked about taking it with your daily essentials pack to help the absorption, as well as digestion. Combining with your probiotic gut support, again, helps with digestion. Combining it with when you're doing the parasite cleanse. But honestly, I've just said so much. Like, this should be taken every single day, twice a day. It does so much. You don't take, the consistency is key for sure. Trying to think what else. I mean,
so one soft gel in the morning, one in the evening.
One soft gel in the morning, one in the evening. Yeah. So I do my first one with breakfast, and then later in the day I could just take it before bed. No big deal, because the day I've already had food in my belly, so like I don't have problems with digestion. But I was noticing it was too strong for me to take it on an empty stomach in the morning. So again, feel it out for yourself. Yeah, I did see questions coming in too. I don't know.
I was looking in the distance, but without my readers.
Yeah. And I do feel like, I don't know, for some reason, the buzz is going around more and more about black seed oil. Now, we've had this product, but sometimes this little hype, goes about, and we're hearing more and more and more about black seed oil, which is a wonderful thing, because honestly, before we started Liquid, I was no, I shouldn't say that, because I was taking a liquid form, but it was gross. But it really is an amazing product. Okay, someone's just asking about dosing. We talked about it. Try with food. It really does the best for you.
Ruth said she takes her black seed oil and factor 4 together, and then yes, that is totally fine to do.
Great. Yep, same thing with anything in your daily essentials pack. I mean,
Carol actually goofed and she bit one and it sprayed on her legs and her fingers.
Yeah. Okay. Not necessarily a bad thing, because it has topical benefits, but you probably smelt it. It's very, very, very strong. And again, that's also why we chose to put it in the soft gel, because that way you don't have to taste it every day. Because I was noticing it when pre-Live Good, when I was taking it as the oil. I ended up not taking it every day because I just didn't want to taste it every day. So. And
then Frankie, Penny asked if you can split the dose. Yeah, split the dose, one in the morning, one in the evening, preferably.
Yes, please do that. I did see something on there. I think I saw something about kids. While this has many wonderful health benefits for children as well, because of the dosing, we always have to recommend discussing with our pediatrician. It is dosed for the adult body.
I don't see anything where black seed oil would have estrogen-like effects, like a.
No.
No, I haven't seen anything written in the literature about that.
So, black seed oil or flaxseed oil? Black seed oil. I mean, I guess if you're asking me to choose, much better health benefits. But remember, so as we're going through these, the 4 things I really want you to think about that we talked about is, or maybe I'm going to say 5. The inflammation, black seed oil and the thymoquinone have fascinating research surrounding healthy inflammatory responses, including studies evaluating CRP. And then we talked about the thymoquinone. We're not simply looking for black seed oil, right? Because you will see it all over the place. You need to look at the standardization. You need to look at the dosing. Those are, and of course, all the testing and the quality, like that is what Live Good's about. You guys know that, but it's just a little bit trickier when you're looking at, because it might just say, okay,
it can fool you.
Yeah,
it can have a little more
oil.
weight, but it could be 1% or no percent thymoquinone, right? Yeah. So it could be 2,000 milligrams, but not have standardization. So you're getting a lesser quality product.
Right. So with the quality and the dosing matters, and then also, like we said, the absorption, helping the bioavailability of your nutrients, the absorption of your nutrients that you're taking, whether it come from a supplement or whether it come from your food. This is going to help the absorption, which is just an amazing thing. So taking it correctly, AM and PM. Do we just recommend taking it with food to prevent any GI upset? And all in all, the cure for everything, or not the cure, the remedy for everything but death. It has been used for centuries, but now modern science is just, today we are doing the research to really understand, taking a deep dive to understand why this thing is so powerful and magical. So if you haven't started with this, make sure you get your black seed oil today. And again, consistency is key. Taking it every day, twice a day. It's science. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Any other questions, guys? You know where to find me via email. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you again next week.
Appreciate it, everybody. Have a good one.